Hello. Um. Well, that was kind of not so clean intro. Well, we'll see. Maybe in the future I'll become a real YouTuber and have like fancy stuff and yeah. But this is kind of just simple and easy. So I'm just showing stuff at the moment. I mean I won't build my career on YouTube as as some do. But yeah, I hope the audio is a bit better as volume message volume. I hope the volume is better. Even though I haven't fixed my microphone, but I have I did something so that it is better now. Kind of. I hope it is better. Um. So, today I will. The first. The last video was a bit more. It was longer than the others is planned to be, but it was like more just to show all the exciting things that I will go deeper into other days or videos. So now we will I will almost one town per episode, like Bjurholm and like Umeå and like all these towns that I like and know the best will be one per video, because I have a lot of things to tell you about what I have done with those, like other ones like the south cities and like for example Hudiksvall and Söderhamn, or some northern like Luleå, Boden, Gällivare, Kiruna. Those I have not as much to say about those. Um, I have almost done nothing with like Hudiksvall and Söderhamn and Gävle and Uppsala. So they will not be. So I won't be so focused about showing you those, but I will like show you them, but not that deep. So I will start to demolish the roads that shouldn't be here. So that's this. Now I don't have money, but this is just sandbox, so I can afford to do this. Let's see, that shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be there. Let's see, that shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be there. Let's see here. This road should really be gravel, but the country roads nowadays in the game are not gravel; they are asphalt. As like they are asphalt, so I can't have any like more woody road than this. But this is not a big road; it's a very small road, so that'll do the job done. And also that shouldn't be there, that should be one piece. Well, that's three pieces, but the last one shouldn't be that. That was this section about done. And it rebuilds this road, Traffic Fever cities, they rebuild so quickly, eventually. And that's not good. This shouldn't be here either. I will also go through the name of the just because I live here, I know the names of the almost every road. Not every, but pretty much everyone. So this is well, good start. I think that's a good start. I think this is called Örtestvägen because there is a little um, village. Village sounds so woody and old, like, you know, a long time ago. But I think you can use village still. It is not even like a town. It's smaller than this. Not maybe size, but people and road via by road. It's smaller and not by landscape, but yeah, you know, there is something called Örträsk between here and Lycksele. So that's Örträsk. So that's why this is called Örträskvägen, because you can go to Örträsk via this road. And then here we have Kyrkogatan, and then this part is Grönalundsvägen, and this part is Åkervägen, and this is also Åkervägen, I think. And that goes into Kyrkogatan. And also I realized now that I removed a road that I shouldn't have removed. Now also, this is a thing with, I don't know if it's typically Swedish or just Bjurholm, but at least here on my street we don't have like these sidewalks on either side. We have one side with a sidewalk that is kind of wide, and then we have no middle we have no center line. So this is kind of wrong, but there is no road that is like that except this, but they will still walk on either side. And this is too small a road, because the roads are, they're not small, but they just don't have these sidewalks on either side. It's just on one side, and it's wider. But we have light poles along the sidewalk, so that's nice. Yeah, so we have that. Now this shouldn't be industrial, this should be commercial. No, residential, I mean. So yeah. And here there is no sidewalk, because you just walk on the side of the road like this. And there is also no center line on this, because like on this road there is center lines, but not on the like city roads or town roads. And well, oh, you I guess here there are center lines. I guess there are center line here, but not like in the neighborhoods. Here we have a bridge. This is very accurate, accurate indeed. This goes over the 92, which this way you can. There is something called is it I don't remember the town name, but there is a kind of a big town, like, you know, if we look at Sweden this way, this, and then longer, like deeper into the country, there is a kind of bigger town, which you can know of even if you live in Umeå, but you may know of it, but you don't know Bjurholm. So it's bigger than Bjurholm, and there is a lot of buses going to that place. I just can't remember it now, but yeah, this is still Kyrkogatan. Now also, this shouldn't be there, this shouldn't be there, this, all of this is going, there is no road like this. That's why I said that Bjurholm is not this big. I mean, the size is right, but there is not all of these small little roads. I mean, this is really small, so that's nice. It's kind of nice. When you drive here, you don't even have to turn off your indicator, because it's basically just a sharp bend more than a turn and then a turn. So that's kind of fun. But there is like, you can go, you see here how it is, but it's really short, so that's nice. But then there is houses here, but I thought that they would build houses, because there can be really small houses like these ones, but maybe they are too big. I was hoping that they would build houses along here too, but we'll see. Also, first when I started this map, I had Bjurholm here, but I just plopped a city down. I didn't build it as Bjurholm at first, and then it was quite quite lately. It wasn't too long ago that I built this that I built Bjurholm as an accurate city place, more like. Then here we don't have sidewalks at all. We just have one large, like a bicycle path besides the roads, but it's so stupid because they have built houses along these, and then the cars will drive on the walkway, which doesn't look right, because I mean, it's about the right width, because it is quite wide, and this is like the right width of the road. If it hadn't have had the sidewalks, so it's kind of the right. It's not exact, but it's quite close. But it looks so stupid that cars are driving on it, because there is no special dedicated like wide walkway in Transport Fever. You just have to have them walk at the side of the road, because the road comes with the walkways. So that's, I would wish that you could have the option to build without the sidewalks and have these, but at the same time to have the option to have them at the roads, because then I could make Bjurholm much more accurate. But this works, so it's kind of cool, because this makes a tunnel under the road. But it's still nice that you have these little paths, so you don't have to hook it up to the road, because then cars will use it anyway. But as long as they don't build any buildings along here, they will leave it alone, even though you can access it from here. So that is because this is a bus station. In the last video I said that Bjurholm has a bus stop, and that's it. But it's more like a central bus station, so it's a bit bigger than a bus stop. But yeah, so the buses need to be able to cross the walkway. Yeah. So now we're here again at Kyrkogatan. Here we would have the school. Now it's a shame you can't have like special buildings, but that's not what this game is focusing on. It's not like City Skylines. In City Skylines you can build schools and police offices and fire departments and hospitals and also train stations and railroad and much more. Now I had a little bit of an ad there. And that was not the point, but this game just focused on transport with buses and trains and boats and airplanes or aircraft, if you will. But this the buses in Bjurholm also stop here, because this is where they drop off the school buses, come around this bend and then they park along here, because this isn't really road, this is just a big platform with asphalt. So they would park here, and that is no, and there, and here is where like I don't know what you would call it, but if you would translate it word by word, so then it would be the people's house, and that's like a central building where like it's not a museum really, but it's kind of the history. Now there is like artworks and stuff there in there. It's, could you say city hall? I don't know. I'm not so. I haven't checked that, so I don't know really what it is, what it stands for. I mean, or what it is in English, if there is an English word for it. But yeah, so this is also where we have our lawn, where we eat anyway. So there is a kitchen in here where people work and cook food to the whole of what is it? Do you say? Also, the school system is very different from other school systems in Sweden, but you start something that is called kind of the sixth grade, kind of, but it's not. It's, if you're Swede, you'll understand hopefully, but it's basically a before school where you start when you are 6 years old, and then you move to the first grade and second grade and third grade, and then so there's like low school, middle school, and then high school. But high school in Sweden is not like it's not like in America. So it's class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, class 6, and then class 7, 8, and 9, and then you move to do you say gymnasium in English? I think you say gymnasium. So that's like the why am I explaining this in a game that's not focusing on that? Whatever, this is a school anyway. But it would be kind of cool to plop down the buildings that looks like my school, because I still I go in 8th grade. But oh, just yes, it's not the same as American, so yeah, I think 8th grade there is you're much older when you're going there. So I'm yeah, I'm not that old, but I hope you didn't get bored while the facts that I hope were right. But yeah, so this little bit is Skolgatan. In English that would be the school street, kind of, because yeah, and this would be like Church Road. So now oh yeah, and then we have a thing in I think it is in Stockholm, where there is like a park with, it's not a park, but it's in Swedish it's called Nöjespark, I think, but that is called Gröna Lund, and this is Gröna Lundsvägen, so that would be Gröna Lunds street, and this would be about Field Street. This is Field Street, and this would be Farmer Street, and this would it be the Circle Street? It's called Ringvägen, or Ringway, because it could also be a ring. In Swedish, ring can mean like a loop or a circle or something, and it could also be like a ring you put on your finger. So it could be the Ringway, the Ring Street, or Circle Street. But yeah, so this would be like Farmer Street, Bondegatan in Swedish, and this is Ringvägen. This is no street, this is just a turning way that it's also like just asphalt, and this would be where the walkway would be. So this is also kind of the wide walkway. Yeah. So yeah, we're getting there. As I said, we will focus on one city in one video, so I don't think I'm actually overestimating what I can say and what I cannot say, because of time. But I think I'm fine. Yet, for now, I mean, let's see. This is correct. I'm just thinking. Then when I have removed, I can see what is what. Yeah. Now we're getting there. Okay. Now I can take a bit of names again. So then you come out here to Köpman. No, is this also Köpmangatan? I'm not 100% sure about that. But here is Promenaden, and here I don't know. This is just, there is some kind of I don't know. Could you? It feels wrong to say sick house, but it's kind of a. It's not an hospital, but it's very small. It's more like a clinic, a local clinic. It is about here, and there's also the place for the old people when they need to be like specially treated. And then this, I'm not so sure. This is Brännavägen. This I don't know. If it's not the same as this, I don't know. But this is what is this? Is it Ravinvägen? Ravingatan? No. Ravingatan, that is here, and I don't really know how to translate that into English, so you'll just have to live with it. But this is Ravingatan. This don't have a name because really this is also a big, but this is a big area, but this is just gravel, and then there's a church here. So also we have the, I don't know if you would say the Swedish church, but it's like the church of Sweden. It's not the main central one and only church of the whole of Sweden, but it's like, it's called Svenska kyrkan, and it is here. It is right in the, no, here actually. It's next to opposite the school, which is actually called Kastorskolan. You can look it up if you want to actually see what it looks like. But I don't think you're that interested to see what my school looks like. In the middle of nowhere. Well, it's in Sweden. I know. Um, yeah, but this, I think this is it Klockarvägen? Because there is a little something here called the Klockarbacken, which is just gravel, and actually I have forgot to put that out. What will I do with that? Should I just put it in right now? Will I then take one of these and then let's see. It's really a downhill ride, because like it goes like straight down and then straight up. It's quite if you're not careful and it's like winter, it's not fun to go down there, but this is just an alternative, like old road. You don't have to go this way because this is not the main street or anything. Usually you go around here, just or around here. But that, oh, yes. I haven't planned this out or anything, really. But this could be kind of good. It's nice when you have done everything else correct, because then you can just add a little something that you forgot, and it'll line up perfectly. Which this kind of did, because this comes at about where this goes up. So, fine then, this is Klockarbacken. Now there's not a giant cliff here, and this would be like smoothen out and stuff. I just haven't got around to do that yet. So let's see here. Well, I start, excuse me, but I don't think you're bored, because usually I don't build in a video, so now you'll see me do something else than just look at what I'm doing. Well, this is also look at what I'm doing, but not what I have done. Well, you'll see how I do stuff, or well, it's quite basic what I do, but it works, and that terrain, I have never been good with terrain in this game. Like, I think it's kind of boring. I mean, well, it looks pretty, yeah, and awesome and mighty and all that, if you succeed with how you want it, and I never know how I want it. I just build and then I leave the terrain afterwards. So I haven't done a whole lot of modifying and stuff here with the terrain. I just leave it. So this looks horrible, I know, but for me the important stuff, well, special, like places where it looks like a special place, then I want to have the terrain as close as possible. But usually I just fix the roads and the railroads to be like same length and width, and you know, well, you can't really decide the width of the roads, but you know what I mean, hopefully. I hope this will be better than the first video. I can't seem to get rid of these. That's annoying. Well, I can have also, I can, well, you can see by this that I had to make in to have, because I want to have Bjurholm as it is. I wanted to have the slopes and the like hills like they are. So I wanted to be able to modify down and up, because like there is a river that goes through. I think it is a river, but in Swedish it is called älv. And I don't know if this is like Örälven or Unälven or what, but there is a lot of like little I mean, this is some river, and this is an ocean or something, and this is another river, and that's a pond or something. Well, no, this is actually, I don't know if this is a river, but this is. I have just made the bits where there is water because I wanted to have, because there is bridges here. So I haven't done the whole, but usually these two like come together somehow, and also this comes together. So this is that, and that is like connected to each other, but I don't know which one is which by name. I think also this connects to this eventually. I'm not really. That's not what I'm focusing on at all. I know trains and I know roads, but I don't know rivers. But I know where they are. I know where the roads cross them, but that's it. And not every place where they cross them, just a bit. Anyway, get back to where I were. Well, we'll see if I fix this later. It looks decent. Now we have the Klockarbacken here. But this, I think this is Klockarvägen. So this would be the clock street. The clock hill. You say down here when it's like this, but if it's alltså backe på engelska, what is that even? I'm almost not sure anymore. And may I fix this? Because this should be straight downhill until there. That's more like it. And then we will have that there. Well, it's supposed to be clean, but you know, you can't make these without having this flat and everything else wonky. Yeah, that's not legit. Well, that's not pretty, I meant. Those aren't really similar, but yeah, sure. Here there is also some like apartments. There is one here which is kind of big. It has, I think there is just only 4 of them, but it's kind of big. It's like 2 floors and kind of long. That's yellow, and this is I think it's identical, except it's light green. It's like between green and blue. But it's more green than blue, but it's between green and blue. So yeah, it's very light green, not like this grass. Well, that's not that light. It's lighter. Yeah. So this was Ravingatan, yeah. As I said, I'm not sure of this road, but it feels like it's Köpmangatan, because, but then again, this I know is Köpmangatan. So here stops like Ötrasvägen, and then it goes to Köpmangatan all along here, and this is like the central street in Bjurholm. This is like the yeah, place. And I think I managed to have these kind of good. It looks kind of as it does in Bjurholm, except in Bjurholm there isn't like a bit of grass in the middle. It's just in field, but it's like it has like a sign in the middle or something, or a light post or something. But when you turn left, you have to go a bit to the right and then turn like that. but it's not this sharp to the right, but you can't do it in any other way that I know of. So that would have to be as good as possible. And here we also have, like, this is accurate. I didn't just do this. This didn't just happen. It is like that. And also with all these houses, actually I may leave that there, because that looks like that building I was speaking about earlier. But these I will remove. Also I will remove these. I'm listening to music here, by the way, not in my earphones, because I have them in a so strange way, because my microphone is still picking up the sound in the left ear, like, yeah, yeah, you know what I mean, if you watched my last video, or spoke to me in person. Yes, that happened. Where were we? So now these streets, I'm not as I don't know these as good, and also there is more than 0 like skyscrapes in Bjurholm. There is absolutely none. But even if I took down these a million times, they would still grow up again, so there's no point in removing them, except maybe if I would do something in here, like a video at this level, and I wanted to have it as similar as possible, then I would make these move and have residential here, a bit of industrial up here, because there is a bit of industrial here. We have a gingerbread factory which makes them, so we know how they smell, and that's nice. There is also a New York pepparkakor about here, but I will show you that later. I hope this video isn't an hour. It feels like it could have been an hour, but because when I play the game and speak English, which is very fun, I lose track of time, you could say. And I didn't check what time I recorded, so I can't check on my phone. Well, I can, but it won't help me. But yeah. You're probably laughing when it's just over half an hour, and that's where I'm aiming for. Yeah. But I know how the streets are, but I just don't know the name of them. So this should go, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and that. Now there is also no houses along this road, because it's not a highway, but it is a motorway. Do you say motorway in English? I don't know. In Swedish you say motorväg. Motorväg. And that is, if you translate it directly, you say motorway or motor road. But I don't think you say motor road, motorway. Feels wrong. This is here. There would be a gas station. There would be here, but there is no in the game. There is like freight stations, road freight stations that are similar to a gas station, but I'm not using that at the moment. And this is a fire department. Do you say fire department or fire station? I think you can use both. Yeah, now it's a bit more clean up here. Is this correct? Let's see. Yes, that should be there. Also, there is actually a third church in here, which is called Bethel, and I have absolutely no idea what that is called in English. So it's just Bethel, I guess. And also, when I speak about churches, there is actually another one about here, which is called Ephes. Yeah. I don't know what to say more about that, because yes, I go to church, but not any of those churches I have mentioned. I go in this church on Ravingatan, and that's, yeah. But whatever. Now I have said too much. No, I'm fine with you knowing that. Yep. So about that is the general Bjurholm. But then like this bridge is kind of nice right now. Actually, fun fact, they are redoing this bridge. Well, they're not taking it out and building it again, but they're like not redoing, but they're upgrading it. Reinforcement, I think you could say. They like are strengthening it up so that lorries or trucks can go faster speed over it. So now there's like closed on one side, and then there is a traffic light here and there. So we can run, and then you have to wait here, and then when it's green you can go run. So that's fun. Now I'm yeah, whatever, that's kind of a fun fact. Or boring fact if you are that person. Yeah, so this is the way to Nordmaling, which you pass a place called Nyåker. Now, these are so close, so I didn't fit to have Nyåker here. Well, I could fit it, but it's from the road. What you can see from the road is so small, so it feels unnecessary. But I have done the thing that I like, which is trains, and there is no station. There have been a station, I think, at least close to New York yet, but the excuse me, but the and again, but there is still train tracks here which are used by the goods trains going between Venice and Ånge. Well, they go further up than Venice, but yeah, I'll show you that later. In another video, probably. It will probably not be in this video. So they come here, and then I'm really just going from what I remember in my mind. So you can see it go here along a bit, and then it disappears here from the road. You can still see it a little bit, but then it goes like into the woods, and then is kind of nice. Then you see it coming like that from a curve there and into the tunnel. Then there is also because this is a greater distance in real life, so you wouldn't have to slow down. I couldn't have my goods train going too slow, so I had to modify the curves so they would not be too sillily slow, too ridiculously slow. But there is actually another railway that you can see. I think it goes either like this or this. So when you go by car, you can. It's a bridge. The road is a bridge over the track, and you can see like a curve. Not this small curve, but you can see like that, and then around here, and then it goes like so, or it's like this. But I couldn't possibly see how I could make that work with this, because I want the trains to use it, Now I could just put in a silly bit of track here, but it isn't as cool when you know that it's not connected to anything. So I don't know. And also I really I haven't, before I put out the last video, I did not know really how YouTube worked. Well, at least not how to put out a video. So I said that if I got any nice response or good response, I would make another video. Well, I did anyway, because the comment section is automatically closed because I'm not 18 yet, or what the I don't know what the limit is, but you can't have like comments before that to protect you from like people that write bad stuff and things, or try to fool you or stuff. I don't really exactly know, but it's to protect you anyway. So you can't like write if what you think that I should do or add, or if I should have one or not. And also I haven't got any thumbs up, and I won't actually say to you that remember to subscribe and thumbs up, because I'm not building my life on YouTube, so that's free if you want to or not. I won't be that kind of guy. So yeah, but these roads are accurate. I just don't remember the names of them that well. There is also some more roads here, but we'll see if I add them in the future. It's not the place where I am most in Bjurholm, so it's mainly the main section of Bjurholm that I wanted to have right. And there's also small like Örtrest, not like really town, but small places around Bjurholm, which belongs to Bjurholm, but are far out on the countryside. But I won't do those because they have nothing with me to do. Not really. I know some people from like from villages, but yeah, I don't go to the villages so much, but we'll see. And another thing in Transport Fever is you can't fit everything in like the right size and or scale, or what you can call it in a game. So I won't. I will probably most probably not do those. Now there is also a road that goes like that. I don't know why it has to be so sharp. I guess people that comes from this way are mostly using that, and we mostly use these. But they merge up and go into Lycksele. Now, from this point, this is not so accurate. Because there is like another one of these rivers in the middle of Lycksele or something, which there is like a big bridge, and there is a high-tech hospital in here, which I can't build, but I mean the river I can do. But I would like to make, and I think like either it is one of these roads that goes either side of the river, but you can enter Lycksele on either side. But maybe it is this road, and also this road is not just there, it goes one from, is it from here too? But I haven't done that yet, because there's so much to do, and I do stuff in my own order, not like from A to B, it's just all over the place, because I do what I like first. That is actually a mountain that is like our biggest mountain. And that is called Balberget, and that is kind of actually similar to Balberget. It looks kind of like Balberget, and you can climb that. it's not that high compared to like some really high mountains, but it's it's the biggest mountain that we have, and it's a really beautiful mountain. And there is also like a little cabin up here, and you can sit and do barbecue. Yes, and there's like a path up, so you can. There's a parking lot and everything. But and this you go by via this road, and then later you can yeah, you go by this road, and then at some point you can turn off. So this is probably much further away. But yeah, and also in the last video, I just want to correct some wrongs that I did with my English, which I know how to say really. I said like higher up and stuff, and I mean maybe it works, but it doesn't sound that good. I know that you should say further up instead. That sounds a bit better. I have not been any further than I am today, which is Bjurholm. Now Bjurholm is actually lower, further down in the country than Umeå. So I guess you could say that I'm go a little bit up when I go to Umeå, and a bit up when I go to Lycksele, but like, yeah, not like I haven't been this far up, and whatever, I haven't been to whole Sweden. That was my original point. So maybe I have been higher than I am, but not many kilometers. I can't say miles, because then you think people apparently think it's not to have Swedish miles, because one Swedish mile is 10 kilometers, and I don't know like the other miles there is in the world, but Swedish miles I know is 10 kilometers is 1 mile, and Lycksele lies 9 miles that way for us, and Umeå lies 6 miles there, but that's Swedish miles, so don't count this as whatever miles you have. There's probably just one other mile, and I'm going completely nuts, but I don't want to say something. I don't want to say something that and just like believe that I'm correct and not. So I say whatever mile you have. And now this is not so interesting to look at, because now I'm completely done with Bjurholm. But yeah, so believe me, I'm not done yet. We have these buses that goes to Umeå, and yeah, now I remember. Dorotea heter det. Dorotea lies that way, and the buses go to from Umeå, they stop in Bjurholm, and then they go further off to Dorotea. That's what it's called. Oh, no, now you can search on it and like see where it lies and all that, if you're interested of Sweden and my place especially. But it's kind of far to Dorotea härifrån, but there, well, I shouldn't speak about that, because I have never been to Dorotea, I think. Whatever, I think I'm right. I hope I'm right, so I don't say anything that I believe is facts, which is just how I think it is. But yeah, so we have connections here. We have connections to Nordmaling, Umeå, and yeah, the different numbers is like the route, because there in the back of the bus there is a little window which says the route number, and this is route number 14. I think 14 goes, let's see here, yes, so 14 goes to from not from Sweden, from Bjurholm to Vännäs, and then it stops in Bjurholm Umeå busstation, I think. Yes. And then we have Umeå 15, 15, which I also think stops in Vännäs, but then it goes to the hospital in Umeå, so it goes directly to the hospital, which the hospital in Umeå is quite like major. It's like the best hospital in all of the would you say northern lands? Yeah. You can maybe search hospital in Umeå, then you'll have it right there if you want to know more. But if you don't, you're free to not search at all. But yeah, it's something. So there is a direct route for that. And then we have to Nordmaling. Now Nordmaling, I'm not sure how far it is to Nordmaling, but it's quite far. As I said, really in real life, Umeå would be here, and then Nordmaling would be about here. So Bjurholm would lie not in the center of them, but further in, but not in the center, but a bit closer to Umeå. But either you can go like to Umeå and to Nordmaling by the Ep1, or you can go just straight to Nordmaling. So it's kind of far. Is it about the same as Umeå? Because then it's 6 Swedish miles. But if it's not, I don't know. But anyway, there is anyway a direct road to Nordmaling, which the buses go to, and that is line 144, right? We don't even have any buses in Bjurholm that goes to like the stops. Well, I mean, we don't have bus routes in Bjurholm, between like Bjurholm. The thing is that the school buses also stop at what is Bjurholms busstation, Bjurholms bus station. I think maybe you could get that because of the name. It's very similar, yes. But it stops there, so you could go from there to there. But this is like, it's no point. So I can pretty much say that there isn't any local buses that goes through and stops around Bjurholm because it's so small. As I mentioned in the last video, I think there is only 2,500 people living in Bjurholm, so it's really small. I will actually check one thing. Excuse me. Okay, I just looked up what a specific Swedish word was in English, and that was kommun, and that is wait. I'm very sorry about this, but municipality. Googling in a video, how shame on me. Municipality. Okay, fine. So Bjurholm is the absolute smallest municipality in Sweden. So it's the smallest municipality. Okay, I hope I got that right. Excuse me, but now you know what Bjurholm is. It's a municipality. Now I know what kommun is in English, which is very useful. So yeah, Yeah. So I think that I will for well, let's see it in action also. We want to see the buses, right? I will find a bus between. Well, actually, I want to see how long I have recorded. Excuse me. Now you have to watch the behind the stage, which you are supposed to see, but uh, I'm not a pro, so it doesn't matter, right? Come on, there you go. Maybe you don't see anything, but it's probably black. Um, wow, we're past an hour. Okay. Wow. Then, that was an hour. I mean, I could edit some stuff, but I don't have a good. It's probably really easy, but I don't know what I would cut out and not. So now it's building again. So I think I will just leave it here, and then next time we will look at Venice. Now in Venice I don't know all the streets, and it's not as I have not done as detailed, so it won't be a city tour. It will be more like looking at trains and explaining what routes go where and how the systems between like towns connections are, the things that I know of, but not what I don't know. And you see, this was quite long, so I don't think I have to Google any facts to have something to say, because I have a lot to say anyway. So, excuse me for being an hour again. But, yeah. So, I hope that you want to see more. I think this will probably be the official episode 1. So, yeah, this will be a series where I show you what I have done, and then I will continue to show you updates, or if you want to see me like either time-lapsing or when I build stuff, but then there will be long videos if I don't time-lapse them, and maybe several episodes. I don't know, but we'll see. So yeah, bye then. Have a good day. See you in the next one. Bye.